Welcome to the business review segment. Today we'll be talking about diversification mindset in business. I have with me Miss Olutope Olatilewa. You're welcome, ma.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right. How does one develop a diversification mindset in business?
When it comes to diversification in business, the first thing and foremost is the mindset is one has to have it from the moment you start in your business. Right. Because the mindset of the diversification needs to be embedded in your vision and also in your mission.
Okay.
It has to be something, in as much as you're starting out your business or your organization without having the full concept of how it's going to be, but you have to have it in mind, because things, as you go along with the business, things changes. There's a lot of different dynamics. You discover that the product or the service that you decide to start on as a business person, you end up diversifying or moving to another area based on the trend or the economy or the environmental factor that is going. So it has to be a mindset that as a business person they have imbibed in them from the beginning of their startups.
Okay, so what are the benefits of having this mindset in business? What are the...
There are so many benefits of having diversification mindset, because when you're talking about diversification, is a strategy that business people use to avoid stagnation and to also avoid narrow-minded thinking. You're not thinking in one way, in a linear way. You have an open mind in terms of your business, because having your business doesn't mean you're the only one doing it. 1 million people are doing it all over the world. And as a business person, if you are not thinking of the diversification, you'll be obsolete. Because new things will be coming in, technology will be coming in, innovation will be coming up. So as a business, you need to be able to navigate those things. And those ways of doing it first is, if you think that your customer, you have 1 or 2 customers who are the determinant of your business, you have to start thinking of diversifying. Because you cannot let a customer, a client who is the biggest buyer or the biggest giving, you have to start thinking, what are the other ways? What about if this customer decides one day that they don't want to do business with you? Not only that, if all your resources as a business person is tied to one product or service, you need to find a way to diversify so that you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. So that when the economy is changing, the dollar rate is changing, the currency, the stock market is having issues, your business is able to have that stability to be able to cushion up.
Globally, most successful brands who are already successful in their given field, they already have everything in terms of money, in terms of customers and everything. But today we discover that a lot of them are diversifying into several other new sectors. Now, why are these global brands diversifying?
They have no other choice, just as I've said earlier on. A good example is like the merger that happened between Coca-Cola and Chi that happened recently. Coca-Cola has been around for years. When it comes to beverage industry, they are the leaders in that area. And imagine them, if as a company that has been around for a long time, they are diversifying in this 21st century. So that tells you that they know what they are doing, and they know what is going on. And what they are trying to do is to add value to their existing product and services, which is the Coca-Cola brand. They merged with the Chi, because the Chi is also beverage, and Chi has the Chivita brand, the Capri Sun, and as well as the Hollandia brand, which is the dairy brand. So they've seen value in Chi already, and they know. I know that when they acquired, it was around 40% in 20. They had a 40% stake in 2016. And by recently, they just took the 100% ownership. So they will have seen something, a good value in Chi. That Chi has something that is unique, that is relevant, that's innovative, and that is what the consumer wants at this point in time.
This is actually a trending topic. Now, a lot of people are of the opinion that this could spell some doom for the company, being an indigenous company with indigenous products. A lot of people are of the view that the company might not really do well after this acquisition. What is your view on that?
I don't really think so, because the merger and the acquisition, that when they are doing that, from what they are saying, I don't think that them merging the staff of the Coca-Cola are just going to take over and lay off all the Chi staff. The management of Chi organization are still going to be running the enterprise. So like nothing really changed. The only thing that Chi is now reporting to Coca-Cola brand or organization, but the management, the staff, the logic, the plan, the framework, everything is still in place. And the good thing for Chi is that Coca-Cola is a global brand. Chi operate within the African area. Coca-Cola will be able to take China on a global and international stage now, worldwide, and they will do very well.
Now, do you see this as a distraction for the Coca-Cola brand? Don't you think they should focus more on improving their brand, making it more affordable, you know, improving it generally? Don't you think it's a distraction for the brand, the Coca-Cola brand?
It's not necessarily a distraction. Coca-Cola has a framework or a vision that has been in existence for years. They've perfected their act. They are good at it. So like they're just looking for what is the next thing. What is the next thing that will add to their profit and to their bottom line. So they already mastered the framework and the business model. So I will even employ or encourage other beverage companies to even have model after them, because they've tested the water, trials and errors over the years. So they know what they are coming, and they know that there's value in Chi, in the merger. So they won't just put down all their time and effort and money if they've not seen something unique. And the uniqueness doesn't have to be something big. It might just be a little secret that needs to give them that little edge and for them to make them more relevant.
Now, how can a company diversify? Probably a young company doing well. How can a company diversify without being distracted?
There are so many ways a business can diversify. They can decide to diversify their income. That's their profit that is coming in. They can decide to diversify in different ways, locally or internationally. They can also decide to diversify in terms of investment. That's going into stocks, shareholding, and things like that. That's one way. And they can also decide to diversify in terms of their workforce, the kind of team they're trying to put together locally or globally. That will also enhance them. And they also need to diversify their product and their brands as they move along. Because technology is changing, economy is changing. The world is now a global, it's not getting smaller and smaller with the innovation and technology. So, and one of those things to start thinking globally, because the whole world needs your product now.
So what are the major benefits of, rounding up, what are the major benefits of diversifying a business? What are the key benefits?
Some of the benefit that it has to the bottom line of a business or organization. It gives them stability. It makes them more relevant. People start talking about them. Now we are talking about Coca-Cola, all because of the merger. It puts them in the news. Trendy. And it makes trendy. They are relevant. It gives them, okay, they are still, Coca-Cola is still doing something new, something unique and new, and it gives them more stability and also increase their profit bottom line. And add value to their existing brand and give them that global appeal more.
All right. Thank you very much for coming, Ma.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
That is all we can have for today on Business Review. Join us next week for another interesting topic.